It's been Canada's top-selling truck for 53 straight years. On this edition of Test Drive, the Ford F-150 Limited.
There's not another vehicle with as many different permutations as the Ford F-150. When you factor in the cab and engine choices, trims and transmissions, 2- and 4-wheel drive, and then add the different axle ratios, paint colours and option packages, there are literally millions of ways to build a truck. This explains the $50,000 difference between the base model and the loaded Limited. Now the latter even gets its own plaque. It proudly displays the year, VIN and sequence numbers.
Now this thing really doesn't lose anything because of the short box. To begin with, there is a ton of storage space back here in the back of the cab, and it's lockable. As for the ease of use, you've got a side step right here which gives you fast and easy access to the back end, and when you go around to the back, there's yet another helper. Drop the tailgate, step out. Now you've got easy access to the back of the truck. Of course, there's all the requisite tie downs, and it has a 576 kilogram payload rating.
The big news for the Limited is its high-output 3.5-litre EcoBoost V6 engine. In this application, the twin-turbo unit makes 450 horsepower, but more importantly, a monster 510 pound-feet of torque at 3,500 RPM. It drives all four wheels through a slick 10-speed automatic transmission. Unlike some all-wheel drive systems, the Limited has a set-and-forget automatic mode to go along with 2- and 4-wheel drive high and 4 low. It also has different driving modes. Pick normal when you're about town and sport when a twisty back road beckons.
Now the high-output V6 that sits under the hood of this Limited just happens to be the same engine you'll find under the hood of the Raptor. Now that gives this big 4x4 a ton of pop over the entire operating range. It'll get you to 100k in 5.4 seconds, which is very good for a sports sedan, never mind a pickup truck that will actually tow a 4,200 plus kilogram trailer without breaking a sweat.
For a full-size truck, the Limited does not feel as ponderous as expected. The suspension does a good job of limiting most of the body roll, the steering is nicely weighted, and thankfully the brakes are up to hauling the truck down from speed without fading. Now, given the setup has to handle everything from an empty truck to one that's loaded to the gills, the setup covers the bases well for the most part. The one thing it does not like is rough pavement mid-corner, especially when the box is empty. Here there's a tendency for the back end to washboard out of line.
Now the cabin of this Limited is first class all the way. Very comfortable, fully articulated power seats up front, power adjustable pedals, which means that a driver of just about any size can find the proper driving position. There is, however, one nit to pick with the infotainment system. You cannot use the built-in navigation system and Apple CarPlay at the same time. You pick one or the other. That needs addressing.
The level of on-road traction is very good thanks to the 4x4's auto setting and electronic lock-in rear differential and the road-going 275/45 R22 tyres. What the Limited does not like is an off-road adventure. Here the on-road focus trumps the backwoods capability big time. Yes, a bumpy gravel road is fine, but anything more challenging, well, it might be considered foolish.
Once famous for having plastic seats and rubber floor mats, the F-150 has come an awful long way. This Limited, it's loaded, it's capable, and it's very quick. It's little wonder so many of these things are now purchased as personal rides. It's tough to argue with success.